Good morning, everyone. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares. So, last week you saw me out in the pool and I was talking about vitamin D and the importance of the sun. So, I'm still outside. It's still summer. It's still nice. It quit raining. It's actually pretty sticky and humid. So, I might be going in the pool later. But last week I talked to you about the difference of fat soluble and water soluble vitamins, and I touched a little bit on vitamin B and all the different vitamin Bs and how those are water soluble vitamins. And I told you we'd talk about these this week. So here we go. So there are 8 B vitamins that help the body convert food you eat into glucose, and that provides energy. So when you come to the pharmacy and a lot of people look for those B complex vitamins, that's exactly what we're talking about. It's going to contain these 8 vitamins that's going to help convert that food into energy and give you guys that little extra boost. So, I'm going to go through exactly what all those are and tell you a little bit more about them. So, in this B complex, you're going to see vitamin B1. So, that is going to be the same thing. It's going to help with the energy, it's going to help with your nerves, muscle tissue, and you can actually find B1 not just in a supplement, but you can find it in whole grains, porks, legumes, meats, fish, green veggies, fruits, and even milk. So there are natural sources you can find these things in other than supplements. Then we've got vitamin B2. So, what's that going to do? That's going to help break down fats, proteins, carbohydrates. So that's super important, right? And when it breaks those down, it's going to give your body that cellular energy. So also important for health and wellness. And you can find this in dairy products, also in meat, cereals, vitamins. So you can kind of see a trend with what I'm going with about talking about the proteins and about meat. So people that are on vegan diets definitely are going to be looking for supplements or finding other ways to get these and getting a lot of veggies, because that is so important if you're not going to be eating meat, because a lot of these are found there. Vitamin B3. What's that going to do? Same kind of thing. And that's going to help the body use those proteins and fats effectively as it's breaking those down into energy. So that's going to help with your skin to keep it nice and clear. And it's going to help your nervous system function properly. So super important. These are all things that we need, right? So having B vitamins in our daily diet is essential to good health. Vitamin B5, that is going to be required to form blood cells. Again, something that our body has to have to function. B6, you're going to see B6 in a lot of things. You can actually get some of these vitamins separately. This is one people do buy separately, is vitamin B6. So what does this one do? This is going to help with energy production, of course, just like I was talking about, but it's going to help with metabolism of those healthy fats. It's going to help curb your appetite. So you're going to see this in a lot of things talking about maybe curbing your appetite. Maybe some even claim weight loss. I don't like to do that, but if you can curb your appetite, then of course you're not eating as much. So that's why they do that. And by curbing your appetite, it's actually going to stimulate your thyroid function and help balance those hormones. Super, super important. B7. B7 is going to break down the fat and the carbohydrates from the food, and it's going to help turn those into energy. Big surprise, right? You seeing a theme of what we're going with? So that is another important one. But like I said, most of these are going to do very similar things, just a little bit different. B9 is also going to help with converting that energy from your food into glucose, which is going to give you that energy. It's going to be important for cell health and red blood cell function and nerve function. So a little bit different with that one, but again, important. Now, B12, this is the last of the 8 I'm going to talk about. B12, most people are going to know that as the energy vitamin, because that's really the one that people talk about. That's the one that people take separately. If they're not going to take a B complex, is just the B12. So it's going to give you that boost of energy. It's going to help you with focus. And honestly, who doesn't need just a little bit more focus and direction in their life? I think we all do. We are pulled in so many different directions. And I know a lot of you have those squirrel moments. I have them too. You can be easily distracted and then kind of forget where you were going. So it's important that we have that daily focus and keep ourselves on track. So the older adults that we get, the vegetarians, all those people are going to be at a higher risk for B12 deficiency, because most of it is going to be found in animal products. And obviously, if you're vegetarian and vegan, you're not going to be having those animal products. So B12 deficiency is something that those people see. At the pharmacy, we actually do prescriptions for B12 injections. These are prescriptions, so these have to be prescribed by your doctor. They're usually a weekly injection. So people that are doing these are definitely very deficient in B12. Now, if you are deficient in B12 and you're doing these things, some of those side effects with the injection can include nausea and vomiting, even diarrhea, skin rash, so all those things. But a normal person just taking a B complex, just something over the counter, or getting their B vitamins other ways, not really a worry, because like I said, it's a water soluble vitamin. So whatever your body doesn't use during the day, you're just going to void out. So I always warn people when I take them over there and we talk about a B complex or they're taking B vitamins other ways, that when you do urinate, it might be a brighter yellow. It's not going to really be dark, but almost kind of like a highlighter yellow. So what that means is your body just didn't need those B vitamins at the time, and you're just voiding those out safely. So that is what to expect if you're taking a B complex, or if you're drinking fizz and you've maybe had a few extra during the day. That's what you're going to notice, is just that little brighter color. So when do you want to take B vitamins? If they're going to give you energy, when do you think you want to take them? You want to take them first thing in the morning, or at least in the morning hours, because you want to give yourself that energy during the day, but you don't want to disrupt your sleep at night, because what's going to happen if you disrupt your sleep at night? You're going to be more fatigued the next day. So important that we do take those first thing in the morning. Now, let's talk about fighting signs of fatigue. There's other things you can do other than taking these supplements or getting these B vitamins in the foods you eat. So, eat often. You're like, wait a second, Amy, why do I need to eat often? It really is important. Starving yourself is not key. Even for those that intermittent fast, that's fine. But when it is your window to eat, you really need to eat every 3 to 4 hours, just small meals, healthy snacks. Because if you eat just one large meal during the day, it's a lot for your body to process. And it just does not help with your fatigue. And it really doesn't help with your weight loss either. If you have those small meals and healthy snacks throughout the day, your body isn't trying to, you're not, when you're so hungry, what are you gonna do? You're gonna eat everything in sight, right? And probably eat not the best things and eat too much because you're so hungry. So really those small meals throughout the day are key. Exercise, get up and get moving. A lot of times when I am doing my emails, when I am paying bills, I will stand at my kitchen counter. It's a very good level for me to stand at, to reach over, pay the bills, do the things on the computer. And it's a lot better than sitting down, right? Just burn those few extra calories and keep yourself going. I know my sister always says when she gets home from the pharmacy, if she sits down to eat dinner, she's done, because she's had, a 10 or 12-hour day at the pharmacy. And that's really true, because when you sit down for the day, what happens? You're tired. Everything just relaxes and you don't want to get back up. So keep moving. If you've put on a few extra pounds, losing weight is going to increase your energy. I can tell you this for sure. I remember being pregnant, walking up the stairs, getting winded when you put on all that extra weight. Wow, it makes a huge difference. So if you're exercising, if you're eating properly, you're going to lose weight, and that is going to give you more energy. Sleep. We just talked about that, right? So sleep is key. You cannot catch up on the weekends. We've chatted about that before as well. So please get proper sleep, and that is going to help with your energy. Super important. Decreasing stress is also going to increase your energy level, because if you are constantly stressed, you're worried, you have no energy to do anything. So do your best to not sweat the small stuff. I know there's always going to be big things that come along, but don't sweat the small stuff. Remember, crying over a glass of spilled milk isn't going to matter. Just make sure your kids tell you, you get it cleaned up, and it's perfectly fine. Cut out caffeine late in the day, because what's this going to do? It's going to give you energy, right? But what's going to happen? You're going to crash. You're not going to sleep well, and it's really going to affect your sleep cycle, which is going to affect your next day of energy. Drink less alcohol. Why? Because that's going to affect your sleep pattern as well. And it's a lot of extra calories. Extra calories is not going to help you lose that weight to gain more energy. And of course, the last thing is going to be drink more water. Replace those sugary drinks with water, with good, clean nutrition, and you are going to feel so much better. But again, all of these things, even taking that B complex, talk to your pharmacist if you're on medications. Talk to your pharmacist and doctor if you've got different health conditions, such things as gout, anemia. There are things that really can be affected by taking these supplements, even though you can buy them over the counter. You don't have to talk to anybody to run in, to any of these stores and grab them. But it really is a good idea if you are on other medications and if you have health conditions. Just take those few minutes. I know I love to get out of the pharmacy and go have those conversations. So please, you are never a bother. I hear people say a lot of time, I'm so sorry to mean you had to come out to help me. I'm like, are you kidding me? I love coming out to help because it changes your environment. It gives you that one-on-one time, even if it's for a minute or two with a customer and patient, just to have that conversation. So please go to your pharmacist, talk to them, and ask them really what is going to work best for you. So if you have more questions about B vitamins, about supplements, I know I mentioned Fizz, which is full of B vitamins and a good way for some energy, reach out to me. I would love to chat. I can pop a sample in the mail for you of those as well. So I hope you have a wonderful end to the summer. I know school starts next week for us, so we are soaking in the last week. My name is